Hey, we're back. I'm back. You're back. It's your girl, Miss Straight Talk, no sugar added, none added at all. Your life detox coach, and just providing you with some final thoughts on the videos on overcoming disappointments. So I'm just going to be very clear because I'm sure somebody was watching this and was like, well, I don't experience that. You didn't talk about this, but we'd be doing videos for days if I spoke about every kind of disappointment that everyone would have. But the one that I didn't talk about, because I think most of what I spoke of was, person or relationship or, something related to your job. But what about, situational disappointments? Whether it was you were hoping to get a job or this career dream job that you wanted or get into the college of your choice or purchasing a home or how about funding for a project, something you're waiting to happen and like it just doesn't seem to happen the way that you expected. And there's nothing wrong with those expectations. There's nothing wrong with having high expectations, of something happening. But the one thing that we do have to still consider in everything that we spoke of in the other videos is that disappointments will come. Well, sometimes in situational disappointments, it has nothing to do with a person, letting you down. It may not have anything to do with anybody not telling you the truth or, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that it did not turn out the way that you expected. So you're probably saying, well, can I use the A game in situations like this? In a situation, I can't go and have a conversation with the situation. If you're waiting, let's say with a home, you're waiting to purchase, you got outbid for a home, and I know what that feels like. I can't go have a conversation, with the owner to say, hey, why didn't you sell your house to me, or something like that, or a car or a job or the college. Sometimes you can't reach out and have a conversation, so the address part, of the A game may not work. But the other thing that you can do is you still can appreciate whatever response that you got. Sometimes you in situations you can get feedback. So find out, get feedback regarding the situation. Like I said, in situations where it's something with a college or a job or something like that. In some instances, you can reach out to a person and get feedback and just kind of assess the feedback that they've gotten so you can address. And then you still can avoid. You can avoid being confrontational. Well, why didn't I get it? Why did so-and-so get it? I'm more deserving of that. And how come other people get to do this? Like, you know what? Just accept the response that was given and find a way to move on. And so you avoid conflict or confrontation with that. And then and then you can still accept. You can accept that this may not have been the time for me to do that, or it may not have been the job or whatever that I want, or if you were planning to move and something happened with the move, going out of state or even out of the country. Just accept, wait a minute, maybe it wasn't the right time. I felt like it was the right time. But if you are anything like me, we understand that there's a higher power and he knows more than we do. So he can see further ahead than we can. So just find a way to accept, maybe this wasn't the time. How do I better prepare myself for when the next situation arises? Because there will be situational disappointments, and we can't allow the situational disappointments to get us down. So while I didn't spend a lot of time in the other two videos talking about situational disappointments, you can still apply the same principles that I was speaking of to pretty much any kind of disappointment. Because as I stated in the first video, they will come. Now, how do I get through it? How do I transition through that? I remember I was asked to apply for a position, even though I didn't really want to. I was like, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and do it. So I applied for the position, and I didn't get the position. And in all transparency, I didn't get the position because I didn't finish college. So I didn't graduate from college. So I don't have a degree. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think that there is discrimination in those areas because sometimes people can find a way to edge you out without saying it's about race or gender or religion. They just say, oh, you don't have this piece of paper, where sometimes you could do a better job than the person that has a piece of paper, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, and by the way, the position that I did apply for, they did go after someone that had paper, and that person didn't stay. How about those two people didn't stay? But hey, I ain't gonna I digress. But even in that situation, I was like, you know what? Okay, maybe it just wasn't the time for me, or a time will come, and when it does, I'll be ready. It doesn't change the fact that I don't have the piece of paper that someone is looking for, but I'm confident enough in myself and my ability to do whatever job comes before me. Given the right tools and training, I'll be able to do it. So there are times that we are going to be disappointed, and we still can apply the A's. I could have addressed it, if they had said whatever they said. Well, she did address it on the call, and I appreciated the phone call. And I said, thank you so much. I'm not going to argue back and forth about, well, I know I could do this, blah, blah, blah. I just accept it. So it can be applied in situations. You just have to sit and just kind of needle through it all and just kind of say, hey, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. This is what it's going to be. So yes, you can apply it to even situational circumstances. So I hope that you have been able to gain some nuggets from this. You are the first to get this. I haven't had an opportunity to do this with any clients. So you are the first. So you are my clients. So I would love to have your feedback on this. I would really love for you to share, just share with 10 people. Tell them to check it out. I'm sure they'll get something from it. But thank you so much. Again, I'm your girl, Miss Straight Talk, no sugar added. I'm your life detox coach. Just finding a way to detox the unnecessary toxins that's in our lives, or in our emotional lives, our physical lives, whatever. Just want to remove those things. So feel free to watch any of the other videos I have. I do have a book, The Life Diet 365. I do have a TEDx talk, The Gift of No, which is really about self-care. And you can visit my website at bestraightup.com. And looking forward to hearing from you. Take care and have a marvelous day. All right. Bye-bye.